Hello guys, Nintendo Tristan here, and welcome to Final Fantasy Mystic Quest. This is pretty much a backup LP that I'm doing since I'm going to be gone to PAX for so long. I decided I needed a game that I could do that would only take about 20 parts, and this is a game that I've actually wanted to do for a while, so it's a game that I actually have pretty strong memories associated with it. It was the first RPG I ever played, and it was also kind of an entry-level RPG that came out shortly after Final Fantasy IV. And why aren't my buttons working? There we go. I'm not sure what that is. That's my I was going to say it's my practice file. Actually, that was my practice file. I recorded that originally, but then my microphone wasn't working for whatever reason, so I guess I gotta start a new game and start all over again. I guess here we go. So, what else do I need to say before? I don't need to say anything. This game pretty much just throws you right into the plot. That's the overworld, and this is zoomed in on the area that you were on the overworld on. You'll never see this area again in the game. It's just an intro area. My village is gone. What on earth is going on? Everybody's dying. It's the evil's coming to take over, and you'll have to get the crystals back. I mean, as far as plot goes, it's pretty elementary. Press the B button and jump across. Whoa. Wait, are you sure this is an RPG? I just jumped. Maybe it's more like Zelda or something. Hell, even half of the Zelda games you can't jump. I don't know. Let's have a look. Look over there. That's the focus tower. The focus tower, indeed. Now, we're kind of throwing so much stuff at you so early in the game that I'm not even sure it's kind of, you know, I'm going to just let the dialogue kind of roll, and if you want to read it, you can. But for the most part, the story is pretty much elementary. It's 4 huge monsters controlling 4 crystals, and you gotta get the crystals back to save the world. That's pretty much it. Me? Yes, you, NCS. Only you could be the knight spoken of in the prophecy. How does he know that exactly? I have no idea. Maybe because I'm wearing armor, and because I have a sword. Whoa. So here we get thrust right into our first battle. Now, oh man, how lucky can you get? Critical hit. Oh my gosh. Sometimes the monster can get a critical hit too, and actually kill you in this battle. Even though it's a tutorial battle, you can die. It can happen easily. Easily. Like I have a lisp or something. I can't be the true knight, I have a lisp. But you said you were sure I was the one. Well, actually, it was more of a guess. Hoot. Yeah, this guy's just like the owl, pretty much. I might as well just give him the owl voice. It's up to you to find him. Hoot. The place is becoming dangerous. Follow me to the level forest. Hoot. Yup. I just decided that in the last 10 seconds, that guy's the owl. Got to get out of here. Who is that guy, anyway? I don't know, maybe he can turn his face upside down. And just as you leave the overworld, it collapses. It's crazy. Man, what an ugly forest. So he told me to follow him to the level forest. I guess we'll do that. Now, I must mention that the music in this game is pretty awesome. There you are. What do you think I should do first? Save the Crystal of Earth, of course. See you. Hoot hoot. Shrug. Yeah, what the heck are you gonna do, really? I must say, though, this soundtrack to this game is extremely good. I might even go so far as to say it rivals Final Fantasy IV. This game actually came out shortly after Final Fantasy IV. It was designed as kind of an entry-level RPG for people who didn't want all the intimidating exploration and stuff, and maybe just wanted something simpler to get them into it. Then this would be the kind of game you might want to play to get into that. Boulder's blocking my way back to town. Would you shove it? Sure. How do I get over to it? Oh, that's right. We can jump. Haha. Thank you. If you want to go through this forest, find Kaeli in Foresta and show her this. Tree wither. Huh. Interesting. You push the rock around a little more. That's one of the cool things about this game, as opposed to Final Fantasy IV and many other RPGs, is you can actually interact with the environment like this. Push stuff around, you jump over stuff, later you can chop down these trees, you can hit stuff with your sword, and just, it's kind of cool. I like it. I don't know. So you left the level forest. Now notice these arrows are pointing out from where I am on the overworld. That's pretty much the only way you can move in the overworld is by following the arrows, and it'll automatically take you to wherever the arrow's pointing. This music, I absolutely adore. Oh, that was easy. Listen, Mom, I want to go on an adventure too. That tree wither looks awful. How much the trees must be suffering. Okay, you win. Oh, she just took the axe off the wall. Man. Okay, this girl's a badass already. Dang, level 3? Seriously? Okay, one thing I would like to do first off is save. And then we're going to go to customize, and we're going to change the life indicator to figure. You can change it to scales to see how much life you have, but I prefer figure, because that's how all other RPGs display it. Control goes back between auto and manual. This is pretty much whether or not you want to control your second party member, because you can only have 2 party members. And whenever you have a second party member, you can switch them to auto or manual. I'm just going to leave it on auto for now, because I like it that way, and the AI is smart enough to know what to do. This is message speed, we're going to leave it like it is, and this... I always like to put it on like a purple color. There we go. Perfect. This is your armor here. All you really have is your regular steel armor for the time being. And then it'll show your second character's armor over here. Relica armor. These, you'll never be able to get these pieces of armor. These are all like original pieces of armor that your second character will have that you'll never be able to get yourself. Some of them you can get, but you can see she has defense against stone, so she can't be petrified. And also, I think that's water, maybe? And silence. She's strong at silence, too. That's not going to really matter, because none of the enemies around here can silence you anyway. Here's your items. You got Cure Potion, and, of course, it fits in with your key items, I guess you could say. Status here. Nothing much to do there. So, yeah. Very elementary. You see treasure chests like this, you want to pick them up. When you pick up armor in this game, you actually don't even have to equip it. It just automatically equips whatever your strongest armor is, and your defense is pretty much allotted to whatever that value is. So, jump, jump. I've turned into an old man. Oh, well, what were you before, goat? Strange trees are growing in the level forest. Crystal of Earth is to the north in the Bone Dungeon. Oh, boy. The Bone Dungeon. We already got some original ideas for dungeons here. So come into this house from the back door here, and you'll get a nice big treasure chest like this. Anytime you see treasure chests like this, usually there's something good. In this case, the Cure spell, which means now I can cast Cure. I'll explain more on that later, because it's a little bit... It's not really that complicated, but it's cool. Oh, you can also push these barrels out of the way, I guess, to get back to the rest of the house. These crystal balls that you see in the town, you can't really do anything with them. They're just kind of there for decoration, I guess. It's a nice little touch, though. I like it. Nothing too shabby. As I was saying before, this is really an entry-level RPG for people who don't know if they could like RPGs or not. If you're tired, have a rest on that bed. Oh, doing the Hulk Hogan impression. Holy crap. Must really feel good. Can I save all 4 crystals? I don't know, can I? Yeah, and if you can't get around somebody, you know, because you know how characters get in your way sometimes and you can't walk around them in this game, you can just jump over them. So how nice is that? Yet another thing that makes this game better than Final Fantasy IV. I'm not going to try to sit here and make the case that this game is better than Final Fantasy IV, but it does have its advantages. So we come back to the level forest with Kaeli here, and she's gonna... Let me cut this with my axe. We gotta reach the north exit. Nice! She can cut down a tree in one shot. So here's your battle screen, pretty much right here. And we missed. Too bad. Now what's funny about this game is that monsters have different looks about them based on how much HP they have. Notice how his hat came off and now he's got a bandage on his head? That pretty much means that he's pretty low on HP. And I really would have rather her attack the other guy, because she does more damage, because she's a higher level. But unless you switch that off of auto, you can't really control that. Yeah, see. You will miss a lot in the early stages of the game, like probably 25% of the time. So, just get used to it. You can't really change it. Ah, man. For some elementary monsters, they sure are giving us a hell of a time. Man. There's another treasure over there. I think we already got that, but sometimes these refill. And it's always a good idea to check them out if they do refill. just to get some more of whatever you want. Toilet paper or whatever. There's slime enemies here. Whoosh, that's good. Once you gain a few levels, then you can one-shot these guys too. And thank goodness, because, man, it gets really tedious otherwise. So we're getting a little low on... Oh, man. Didn't want her to do it too. That's okay, it actually helps. Cure potions typically will restore a fourth of your max HP, so that's why it restored so little. But it was worth it. Whoosh, yeah. That hydro acid is not friendly, is it? Critical hit, that would have been nice against an enemy with full HP. NCS is level up, yay! Notice my max HP kind of doubled there. So let's fight a few more monsters. Maybe we can gain a few more levels here. Whoosh. And when you gain a level, you do more damage. Hence, you actually kill monsters in one hit. And holy mackerel! Man, when she gets a critical hit, that's some serious crap right there. That's more like it. That's how a battle should go. And we'll just keep going here. I won't always be showing all these battles. Once you've seen monsters a few numbers of times, it just becomes kind of ridiculous to keep showing them again and again. So, here we go. Whoosh, yeah. Love it. Later on, as you collect more weapons in the game, you'll be able to do different things. Like, for example, I'll be able to chop trees down myself once I get my own axe. Alright, I'm just going to start skipping these guys here. Cure potions there, we'll take that. We're almost to the end of this area. I didn't have to go fight all those guys, but I wanted to. Just to try to get myself leveled up a little bit. I kind of would have liked to be level 4 here, but that's okay. Oh, shoot. Wahaha! Surprise! Friend of the family. Wait, whoa, no! He poisoned me just as he did the trees. Ah. Oh, it's just the animation of her, like, reaching out to you. I don't know, it's kind of cute, but anyway. For boss time! Nice! Oh man, we got lucky there. Good job. It's funny, she's poisoned and yet she still fights with us. It's kind of nice. Almost got him, I think, here. Just keep on attacking, it's pretty much all he can do. Man, we got lucky there with the criticals. Holy crap. Oh no, is she okay? I'll be okay as soon as I take Elixir. That's in the Sand Temple. Don't worry, I'll get it. Then take this axe with you. Oh, received axe, okay. So now we have our secondary weapon. You can use R1, or R actually, just to switch between the weapons like so. And you can cut down trees yourself. So, that's cool. Another interesting thing to note about this area is that there are dungeons and stuff after this, but this area gives better experience than any of that other stuff. I mean, dungeons later in the game will give better experience. But the most experience you can ever get from, like, a single group of monsters in this game is, like, 2,000. And these guys give you 200. But you get into the dungeon just ahead, you'll be getting, like, 150 or 110. And yet you get 200 here. So when they call this place the Level Forest, they're not kidding, because it's a good place to level. I'll tell you that. When I was younger, one time, I did a playthrough. And I maxed out my levels just grinding here. And it only took like a week to do it. Just a week, 6 or 8 hours a day. Heal potions, those will be nice. Something else over here. You go exploring a little bit. Cure potions, huh? So we can get through this area a little easier without having to go around stuff. There was probably more I could have gotten, but who cares? So now we've left out the north entrance, we can actually go that way. Or we can go heal in the town. These are battlefields, but basically what they are is a random series of fights that you can elicit. And once you've fought 10 fights, you get a prize. Oh, Mad Plant is weak against the axe, oh yeah. Because not only do you have elemental weaknesses, you'll also have certain monsters that are weak against certain types of weapons, like the axe just now against the tree, which makes sense. So we'll come back and do that later. For now, I'm going to check this out. elixir. Yeah, what? Oh, man. Looking for some cure, kid? First of all, my name is NCS, and I'm looking for elixir. I'll sell you some for, say, 9,000 GP. Whoa, it's way too much. He'll actually say that even if you have 9,000 GP. I know, because like I said, I grinded to the max level in level 4, so I know what it's like. Or I know what happens if you have 9,000 GP at this point. But apparently this guy's a dick, and he's not going to give us the elixir until we help him find his treasure. This is really kind of sad, you know, because Kaeli's off in bed. She's sick. You just give it to me, and then I'll help you find the treasure later. Jeez. It's entirely possible, however, that he just doesn't have it, though. That could be the case, too. Anyway, I don't know how much of these I really want to show, because most of the time it's like the same battle over and over again. Check out Tristan's HP. He's got level 7, 360 HP. But it won't be long before you have that same thing. Basically, every character that joins your party will always join at the same level, regardless of what your level is. So, and they'll usually be a few levels ahead of you because you'll need them to be. Because by the time you get through the dungeon that you take them with to... The dungeon that you take them with you to... Does that even make any sense? How would you say that? Oh my gosh. By the time you got through the dungeon with whom you took them? No. Oh, sorry about that, I was taking a drink and I couldn't advance the dialogue. Oh, you missed. Yeah, Tristan's ninja stars, as you can see, come in a limited supply. But you'll get more from treasure chests later, so it's not really anything to worry about. I think I'll just go ahead and clear the rest of these out. Okay, I'm back. This is the final battle of the 10. You can see I gained a couple levels since we started here. Yeah. Clean them out. 154 experience. You'll get a random prize for each one. It could be experience, or gold, or a piece of armor. Anyway, there's another battlefield here. And since it's in the desert, you might see different enemies. Obviously, these are not different, but, So, where exactly do I cut? Because, I'm gonna go ahead and end off this episode pretty soon here. But, poison. No fun. Ah, and he'll use the Heal Potion automatically if you have one. But it does take from your inventory when he does that, so be mindful. Like, you may want to just go in and out of level forest and get that one treasure chest with the Heal Potions over and over again. There's a new enemy there. Yeah, the reason it said the Toad is strong against poison attack there is because Tristan's stars have poison actually on them, and they can inflict it when he hits enemies with it. So if an enemy's, you know, immune to poison, it's going to tell you that when you hit him. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and clear the rest of these out, and in the start of the next video, we'll fight the last battle, get the reward, and then head on to the Bone Dungeon. So see you guys then. Take care and have a good time.